Welcome back, explorers, to Red Hawk Adventure. In the last couple of videos, we've been working on getting ourselves prepared for a new motorcycle that should be coming in sometime soon. In the last one, we got the Sena installed onto the side of the helmet. This time, we're going to get the GoPro mounted up front so that we can get it prepared and all ready to go for motovlogs. So with that, let's dive right into it and start getting that install going. All right, this time we got the GoPro Hero 10 that we're going to get installed into the front of the helmet. I think I decided to go ahead and go with the chin mount. So I got a special mount that's going to go right here onto the front of the helmet. So let's go ahead and get that all pulled out and take a quick look at everything we got in the GoPro. So as you might be able to tell, I already opened the GoPro Hero 10. This is not really an unboxing video, but I did get the 10 with the bundle, which comes with the shorty, extra battery, and a clip. So let's go ahead and dive into what I have in here. So everything I have is in this box. I really do like that GoPro comes with this. So that's pretty cool. So first off, I have the lapel mic that I'm going to be installing into the helmet. This is going to be our main source for sound. The GoPro itself, I have in the media mod, which is going to give us our 3.5 millimeter jack in order to plug in the lapel mic. And lastly, we have our GoPro adapter and this nifty little thing. This is from a company called Chin Mounts, and it is specially formed to fit onto the front of the helmet. They make them for all sorts of different helmets, and you can go onto their website to check it out. They might have your helmet on there. If not, there's quite a bit there, and you can also request to add support, and they may look into it. I don't know the full way that they add new mounts, but they do have an option on their website to do that. So the rest of the stuff we're not really going to worry about. This is all the other stuff I have with the GoPro. But for now, this is all we really need. So like before, we're going to go ahead and pop off the visor, because that's just going to get in the way and we don't need it. So one of the things we did last time is we got the Sena installed on this side. And the one nice thing I like about that is because the way that the GoPro is going to mount, the mic port is going to be on the right side. And my idea is that I can run the lapel mic to fit behind this side. So we got the Sena mic here, and we'll have the GoPro mic here. So that should work out without interfering too much. So let's take a quick look at the chin mount again. So this one is specifically made for this one. So it actually is meant to sit right about there, right in the center. The thing I like about that is there's no extra mounted hardware. It's simple. It's right where it needs to be. I'll have to work on making sure I center that properly when I actually get it installed. And so once we're finished, the GoPro will sit right like that and sit right about there. So it's going to stick out a little bit on the helmet, but nothing too crazy. And should give, I believe, the best angle for motovlogging. So you guys will see about the same thing that I do. Not being too low, too high, too much to the side. I feel like the chin mount makes the most amount of sense. So with that, let's get the heat gun real quick so we can go ahead and adhere this right to the helmet. Let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and mount it up to make sure that I get it exactly where I want it to go. So that's what the GoPro should look like when it's on the helmet. That looks pretty good to me. I don't think that sticks out too far. So let's go ahead and remove the GoPro and get our chin mount properly set up. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to heat up a little bit right here and on the back of this. This way it sticks on pretty well. Heating it up just a little bit helps it warm up and be a little more sticky and pliable to fit in exactly where it needs to go. I'm not going to heat up the helmet too much. The adhesive is more what I'm worried about getting heat up, because that's what's going to mold and make it proper. So take a quick look at this, make sure I center it properly and fully. I think that's seated pretty well. One thing I really like about the way that they have this cut out here is it makes it so that you can actually operate this vent without getting blocked by the mount. So it comes up right around, which I think is just a pretty good thought that they put in to make sure that didn't get blocked. One thing I noticed is these two are actually vents as well, but I assume that they were controlled by the front one, but there's actually a slider on the inside here which opens up the vents. So that's kind of a neat little trick to this helmet. That's pretty much all we got to do for the helmet itself, really. That's a pretty quick one. Get the GoPro mounted up right in there. And to think about kind of the angle that we're going to be looking, we'll get this pressed in there. And then we'll adjust this up, and that's basically it. Yeah, so pretty simple process for the GoPro itself. And you can just easily slide that out, and that's all that's left there. So now that we got the GoPro set up, let's go ahead and work on getting the microphone placed into here. My kind of thought with this is the microphone, I think I can run the cable right under here and then run it right back into the cheek weld. However, because of this, I'm going to have to run it all the way out and then back in. So one thing I tried to do before was kind of give me enough room that I can plug it into the GoPro here and get me a rough idea of how much give I really need for the GoPro. That makes the helmet super top heavy. We'll just use the GoPro as a stand. So let's plug this back in. Here we go. Let's kind of get this in there, and hopefully I gave it enough room to kind of run around. So my kind of thought is that if I can tuck this in right here, I should be able to just run it right back around. So let's go ahead and get the cheek peg out and get that back in there. This is the one that doesn't have all the cables from the center, so it will make it a little easier. I'm going to take the microphone and just tuck it in right like that, so it sits and hides in that weld in the cheek pad, and it should have enough free space to be able to get some clean audio. So we're actually going to need to get this back in. There's that. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and tuck this in like so. And that looks like it's actually completely out of the way of the buttons. So let's see if we can get those pushed back in. I spoke too soon. There we go. And that back one is the hardest one for me to get in, apparently. It seems to work now. So now we got a little bit of this. I think I can pull it out. Actually, I want to make sure that the mic stayed exactly where I expected it to. So I guess the last thing is to kind of tuck this cable around. So I think the biggest thing we're going to have to do is get this back in right along here. I find the easiest way is to just kind of gently pull out on the emergency tab, and then that lets me kind of see where that lock is. Okay. So I might need a little bit more cable. So we'll tuck that in there. Come back around. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's fully get this back in. There we go. All right. So there's the GoPro with the microphone all set up there. And pretty simple install. A lot easier than the Sena was. The biggest thing is just getting that microphone in. The chin mount definitely makes it a lot easier because that's centered properly. And then when we just need to take the GoPro out, we can easily just slide that out, unplug the microphone. And then the microphone is going to be a little trickier, but I might be able to just kind of tuck that in there, maybe pull it out a little bit if I have to. That's kind of the nice thing. I can just kind of pull it out, tuck it right in, and that shouldn't go anywhere when I'm not using the GoPro. So pretty simple there. All right, with that, we got the GoPro mounted up front onto the helmet. This is going to be awesome. I like the chin mount because it's such a low profile. There's not a lot of stuff sticking out of the helmet, and it will make it really easy to take it off and tuck that mic away. So when I'm using the GoPro for something else, or when I'm just riding without recording, then I will have that option to just kind of tuck that away and not be such a big deal. That and the Sena is all we need to get onto the helmet. The last thing I might do is add another microphone for the GoPro in order to record the conversations over Sena. That way, when I'm riding with someone else, you guys would be able to hear that. But it's going to be a while before I ride with someone, so that's going to take a little bit of a back burner. The big reason I decided to go with the media mod for the GoPro was to allow for me to take this off and use it on other things. So that way I can take this off, put it on the shorty, have the good microphone on there as well, and be able to take it where I need to, besides just on the back of the bike. But with that, I'm glad to say our helmet's all set up, ready for the motovlog. So when we get that motorcycle in, we can take it riding and start recording right away. So with that, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.